Hi students, a very warm welcome to all of you for another live session. And today we are going to focus on the very important topic that we all deal with, and especially when we are newcomers. हम लोग जब भी नए होते हैं यूपीएससी के लिए, when we are newcomers into UPSC preparation, we always deal with this topic, and the very first step that we consider is the book list. कि कौन कौन से books हमें पढ़ने चाहिए for the preparation. And believe me, after studying the syllabus, after going thoroughly going through the syllabus, the very next step and the most important step is for you to find out the right book for yourself. So today we are going to discuss all those things. So the exam is coming up. Hope your preparation is going well. Hope you're studying well. Hope जो newcomers है वो थोड़ा सा they are more understanding towards the examination. They're trying to understand the examination, the need of the examination, and those who are attempting this year's exam, they're well prepared with their studies, and they're into that test series mode, and solving more and more question papers and so on and so forth. Let's start with today's topic. See, after you're done with the syllabus, once you're done with studying the syllabus, as in last two sessions I told you that it's very important for you to go through the syllabus, because syllabus is your guiding path towards what shall be questioned, what questions you might be asked in prelims and mains. So after understanding the syllabus properly, the very next step is to understand कौन-कौन से books आपको पढ़ने चाहिए, because believe me, a good book can take you many steps ahead, and a bad book or a scattered book list can bring you a few steps backwards. So let's start. Also, before I start on with the list of the books, it's very important for us to discuss why are we talking about this importance of specific lists. Because see, firstly, in the very beginning, I would like to tell you that when we are talking about book list, it's very important that you keep whatever books you have right now, जो भी आपके पास books अभी है या जो भी आप books starting से follow करते आ रहे हैं, आप उन्हीं से stay करें. Because believe me, market में आप जाएंगे, because I have been there, I have been in similar situations, and when we usually go out in Old Rajendra Nagar or in Karol Bagh or in Mukherjee Nagar and other areas like this all around the country, स्टेशनरी पे बहुत सारे बुक्स होते हैं, मल्टीपल बुक्स, एंड बिलीव मी दीज बुक्स दे कीप इंक्रीजिंग. ये जो लिस्ट है स्टेशनरीज के बुक्स की, हर सब्जेक्ट के लिए हर दिन हर वीक इंक्रीज होती है. सो एवरी डे देयर इज अ न्यू बुक कमिंग अप. अब इन इतने सारे बुक्स में से कौन से बुक्स आपको पढ़ने हैं, कौन से आपको नहीं पढ़ने हैं, इट्स वेरी वेरी क्रूशियल फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड. बिकॉज हम जब भी स्टेशनरी जाते हैं, दिस इज हैपेंड विद मी ऑल्सो, एंड आई नो मेनी स्टूडेंट्स, आई नो ऑलमोस्ट ऑल माई स्टूडेंट्स, दे टेल मी कि मैम दिस हैपेंस विद अस. जब भी हम स्टेशनरी जाते हैं तो हम लोगों को लगता है कि यार मे बी इस बुक में दिस लुक्स नाइस, इसमें काफी डिटेल्ड इन्फॉर्मेशन दी हुई है, मे बी इस बुक में हमें कुछ एडिशनल मिल जाएगा जो कि हमें दूसरों की प्रिपरेशन से हमारी प्रिपरेशन को थोड़ा डिफ्रेंशिएट कर देगा या बेटर बना देगा. बिलीव मी, द थॉट, द इंटेंशन इज वेरी गुड, बट वो जो नई बुक खरीद के लाके हम रखते हैं, वो बुक मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम रखी रहती है. बिकॉज एट द एंड ऑफ द डे एक जो कुछ स्पेसिफिक बुक्स हैं, आप उन्हीं को फॉलो करते हैं, आप उन्हीं को फॉलो करना चाहिए. ये नए नए एडिशनल बुक्स, दे आर जस्ट एडिशनल एक्सपेंडिचर्स. सो लेट्स गो थ्रू दिस लिस्ट. एट द वेरी स्टार्ट, जब हम कोई भी प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट करता है, तो सबसे पहली चीज या सबसे पहली जो बुक्स बोली जाती हैं, जो सजेस्ट करी जाती हैं, वो होती है एनसीईआरटी. सो एवरी स्टूडेंट हु स्टार्ट्स प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर यूपीएससी, the very first step after going through the syllabus and understanding the book list and everything is to start on with NCERTs. आप NCERT पढ़ना शुरू करते हैं. आप NCERT बुक्स को, why everybody keeps telling us that NCERTs are important, NCERTs पढ़ो, NCERTs ही पढ़ना चाहिए. जितने भी आपने टॉपर्स टॉक देखे होंगे, जितने भी आपने अच्छे टीचर्स के सजेशंस पूछे होंगे, आपको हर कोई एक ही चीज बोलेगा कि आप अपनी प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट करने से पहले, बाकी के बुक्स की तरफ जाने से पहले, यू शुड ऑलवेज स्टार्ट विद NCERTs. अपने NCERTs को काफी फर्म कर लीजिए. व्हाई इज दैट सो? NCERTs में ऐसा क्या है? NCERTs में सी एनसीईआरटीज आपके कॉर्नरस्टोन है आपकी नॉलेज के। एनसीईआरटी की जो आपको नॉलेज मिलती है एनसीईआरटी से, वो एक कॉर्नरस्टोन है आपके ओवरऑल नॉलेज बिल्डिंग प्रोसेस में, एक नींव की तरह काम करता है। सो इट्स लाइक अ कॉर्नरस्टोन टू योर यू नो फॉर द प्रिपरेशन फॉर योर फर्दर नॉलेज गैदरिंग एंडेवर। सो स्टार्ट विद एनसीईआरटीज। वो बहुत बेसिक आपको छोटी छोटी चीजें देते हैं, छोटी छोटी इन्फॉर्मेशन ऐसी देते हैं जो कि इम्पोर्टेंट होती है, विच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर फर्दर प्रिपरेशन फॉर फर्दर नॉलेज गैदरिंग। सॉरी। सो एनसीईआरटी से I believe and I guess most people out there, they believe that NCERTs are very important, and plus another point is that NCERT से directly बहुत सारे questions time and again prelims में भी पूछे गए हैं। So over and over again you can easily answer your prelims questions, many of your prelims questions just by reading NCERTs. So what are these NCERTs? कौन कौन से NCERTs हम लोगों को पढ़ने चाहिए? See, NCERTs from 6th till 12th are very important. बहुत ऐसी बेसिक इन्फॉर्मेशन देते हैं वो, बहुत ही ऐसी बेसिक आपको नॉलेज देते हैं, और ऑलमोस्ट हर सब्जेक्ट के इम्पोर्टेंट होते हैं, लाइक ज्योग्राफी, हिस्ट्री, इकोनॉमिक्स, यू नो साइंसेस। सो साइंस की जैसे आपके पास कोई और एज सच बुक नहीं है, सो यू डोंट हैव एनी सच बुक फॉर SND. I mean, as far as I know, I have never studied any science specific book, but जो साइंस के एक बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग रिक्वायर्ड होती है यूपीएससी में, दैट कम्स फ्रॉम एनसीईआरटी. I'm really sorry. Also NCERTs में when we are talking about science, you don't have to take up all the chapters and everything from you don't have to take up all the chapters and everything from science and technology का books, even in 11th and 12th वाला section. You just need to focus on 6th to 10th का science books and you're done. 11th और 12th वाले जो साइंस के बुक्स होते हैं जो कि कंपार्टमेंटलाइज्ड होते हैं इनटू केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स एंड बायोलॉजी, उनमें से कुछ स्पेसिफिक चैप्टर्स, जैसे फ्रॉम बायोलॉजी यू कैन पिक अप फ्यू चैप्टर्स फॉर एनवायरमेंट, यू कैन पिक अप फ्यू चैप्टर्स फॉर अदर एरियाज ऑफ योर स्टडीज. हाउएवर आपको वो पूरे के पूरे पढ़ने के लिए रिक्वायर्ड नहीं होते हैं. सो फॉर साइंस यू कैन जस्ट गो फॉर 6th till 12th NCERTs. After doing NCERTs, let's talk about other, once you're done with NCERTs, आपके NCERT की नॉलेज कंप्लीट हो गई है, उसके बाद आप जो अलग अलग सब्जेक्ट्स हैं उसके लिए कौन कौन से बुक्स आपके लिए इम्पोर्टेंट हैं, लेट्स टेक अप दोस. सो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट पॉलिटी. पॉलिटी के लिए everybody says that usually people are confused between M. Lakshmikant and D.D. Basu. So usually people, they focus on sorry, just give me a second. For polity people usually focus on M. Lakshmikant and D.D. Basu. कुछ लोग कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं कि M. Lakshmikant पढ़े कि D.D. Basu पढ़े कि दोनों पढ़े. I feel that you can pick anyone because आपके कंफर्ट के अकॉर्डिंगली it depends on your comfort zone. आप अगर M. Lakshmikant पढ़ने में कंफर्टेबल हैं, you can go for M. Lakshmikant. If you are comfortable with D.D. Basu, you can go for D.D. Basu. Apart from that, पॉलिटी के लिए it's very important for you to follow websites like PIB, PRS. Now these websites, they usually go in detail in regards to whatever new schemes are there, new acts are there, जो भी recently government ने introduce कर रहे हैं, which are very important for you to know because बहुत बार basic acts से related statement based question पूछे गए हैं prelims में. So for polity, in terms of books, you can pick either of M. Lakshmikant or D.D. Basu, and you can also go and read various important articles from PIB and PRS. इसके अलावा I guess polity के लिए it's very important for you to go through RS TV के videos, like big picture में बहुत सारी recent policies, recent government initiatives, schemes, इन सब चीजों को they discuss about all these things. एंड दिस अ प्रॉपर डिस्कशन, एक डिबेट होता है, तो आपको दोनों साइड के या बहुत अगर मल्टीपल साइड्स है तो उस इशू से रिलेटेड मल्टीपल साइड्स के अप्रोचेस और उनसे रिलेटेड आइडियाज या आर्ग्यूमेंट्स सुनने को समझने को मिलते हैं. सो अपार्ट फ्रॉम all these things, apart from these books, you can also refer to RSTV ka various debates and discussions like Big Picture hai, right? So you can go through all these things. These are very basic and very simple things. They will help you to enhance your understanding of a topic, as well as they will be very easy for you to understand. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि बहुत difficult है कुछ भी समझने में इसमें, right? Next, moving towards history. Now history books, ऐसे history को we usually divide into three parts: ancient history, medieval history, and modern history. And we majorly focus, when we are talking about UPSC, we tend to majorly focus on Indian history. So Indian history को हम इन 3 phases में divide करके अब इन 3 phases की अलग अलग books लेते हैं. Because I have seen students coming up to me and they are asking कि मैम कोई एक ही book बता दीजिए जो overall पूरे history को cover कर ले. See, believe me, there is no such one book which I can tell you that will cover all these 3 phases of history, because modern history, medieval history, as well as ancient history in itself is a huge topic. You can write volumes and volumes on these on this topic, on these topics, and even you can break these topics into multiple subtopics. जैसे ancient history को भी आप अलग अलग subtopics में divide कर सकते हैं. Same goes with medieval history and modern history. So there cannot be any one book. There cannot be any one book for history. You have to take up 2-3 books each for all these 3 phases. So ancient history के लिए what I personally recommend is, usually people are a little confused in people, they suggest L. Basham, one day that was India, and also R.S. Sharma's book, India's Ancient Past. I personally believe that L. Basham is a wonderful, amazing book. You can read it. See, if you have time and you're interested in reading, you are interested in enhancing your knowledge, your historical knowledge, or your knowledge related to ancient past of our country, you can definitely read that book, because it's a brilliant book. Believe me, Al Basham has written it with such an ease. You can understand each and every sentence. इतना easily लिखा गया है, इतनी easy. So by the end of 1 chapter or 2 chapters, by the end of every chapter, you know what you have read. So it's that easy to understand. So if you have time, if you have a lot of time and a good fast reader, you can take the chance of reading Al Basham. However, if you want to be very specific in regards to your studying in regards to your study of ancient history, I guess what I prefer is either you go for R.S. Sharma, or you can take up Tamil Nadu board ka book. So in Tamil Nadu board book, they have a very in a very simple way, they have defined all the related important things related to ancient India. And similarly, it's on similar lines is R.S. Sharma. It's also a very great book. You can go through that book. You also, when you're reading ancient histories, a lot of your culture for India, or culture part is being covered. So you can choose any one of them depending on your comfort zone. See, if you're comfortable in understanding Al Basham, you can go for Al Basham. If you're not comfortable in understanding such a huge text, or going for a whole thick book for just one part of your syllabus, I think you can take up R.S. Sharma or Tamil Nadu board book. For medieval history, you can take Tamil Nadu board ka class 11th ka book. That is what I suggest. Similarly, for modern India, now modern India the very given book is Bipin Chandra. I have seen people scoring really good with Bipin Chandra as well as with Spectrum. So you can just go through the book. You can, because kabhi kya hota hai, if you're comfortable with some book, you can understand better from one book than the other, which is more popular. So just whenever you're purchasing the book, आप स्टेशनरी में जाइए, दोनों बुक्स को लीजिए, आप उसको एक पेजेस को ऐसे स्कैन करने की कोशिश करिए, एंड ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड कि आपको कौन से बुक में ज्यादा कंफर्ट मिल रहा है, विच बुक इज मोर अंडरस्टैंडेबल फॉर यू. सो ईदर ऑफ देम दे आर गुड, ईदर स्पेक्ट्रम और बिपिन चंद्रा. For geography, I guess for geography, the initiation or the starting can be done with NCERTs. NCERTs are amazing from 9th till 12th. Geography NCERTs are brilliant. till 6th, 7th and 8th, these are like very simple and basic NCERTs. They give you very basic understanding. However, from 9th till 12th, the chapters and the overall knowledge they provide you, it's very enriched. It's very crucial for you to build upon that knowledge further. After that, once you're done with NCERTs, you can pick up GC Leong. GC Leong is like it's like everybody tells you if you're reading geography, GC Leong is like very important. So NCERTs and then GC Leong. And when you're doing geography, it's very important for you to keep an atlas with you, because geography without atlas is, I don't think it will work for you. Geography and atlas, they go hand in hand. So keep an atlas. Geography के लिए atlas is a must, and also in my last session I also talked about how atlas is important, how maps are important in international relations also. So atlas though in any case you need to buy. Coming to economics, you again, like in geography, you start with the 11th 12th ka economic NCERT books, and then you may pick, there are multiple books in market. So again, I will say that you can pick either of them or any one of them. So the most important, the most read ones are Ramesh Singh and Uma Kapila. Now I am going to tell you a few things about both the books. They are good. Usually people who want to clarify their concepts, they obviously after understanding the 11th and 12th ka book, they usually pick up Ramesh Singh, because concept clarification is it's easy through Ramesh Singh. However, in Uma Kapila, she gives you more of like fodder knowledge. तो उसमें काफी सारे ऐसे important चीजें मिलेंगी आपको जो कि आपको रमेश सिंह या दूसरी बुक्स में नहीं मिलेंगे. However, जो concept clarification होगा वो आपका रमेश सिंह से होगा. So you can do one thing, after going through 11th 12th books, NCERT books, you can pick up Ramesh Singh, and once you're done with Ramesh Singh, that book, economics book by Ramesh Singh, you can pick up Uma Kapila if you want to, like for adding on to your fodder knowledge, which may further be utilized in mains examination. Right. Then coming to international relations, so it's very simple. For prelims, I think it's very contemporary, as I've always said. IR is very contemporary, so you need to be very up to date with the news and whatever is happening all around in the world in terms of India's relations with other countries, bilateral, multilateral, various organization, international organization and issues. However, if you want me to pick up one book, and because if you're new to international relations and you want to like build on the very basic concepts, then you can pick up NCERT 12th NCERT, and that is Contemporary World Politics. It will provide you the very basic and the very initial start for international relations, right? And after that, obviously current affairs. So international relations and current affairs, they are basically twins. So international relations, and for international relations you need to focus on current affairs also. You need to update your knowledge every day. Apart from that, in terms of culture, people, they usually prefer Spectrum, and recently in last 2-3 years I have seen people going for Nitin Singhania's notes. So again, I personally feel very comfortable with Spectrum. However, if there are people who are very comfortable with Nitin Singhania's notes, so just go have a look at it and understand where your comfort zone lies. So एक बार बुक को देखने के बाद आपको समझ में आएगा कि आपको कौन से बुक से ज्यादा बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग मिलेगी, या कौन से बुक को पढ़ के आपको ज्यादा अच्छे से समझ में आ रहा है, कौन सी बुक आपका इंटरेस्ट कैप्चर कर पा रही है. राइट, पिक दैट बुक. So either one of them, not both, either one of them, and you can couple this with CCRT website. CCRT website is brilliant. You will get amazing facts there. You will get a lot of further information, and it's a wonderful website. Just you can couple your knowledge, your understanding, or your overall preparation for culture with that book and CCRT website. So and science and technology we have already talked. So for science and technology, there's no one specific book per se. साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी में जो क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं प्रीलिम्स में, वो जो है वो दीज आर लाइक वेरी कंटेम्प्रेरी बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस. तो कोई अगर रिसेंटली से किसी को नोबेल प्राइज मिला है इन केमिस्ट्री और बायोलॉजी, सो दे कैन पिक द कॉन्सेप्ट, द टॉपिक ऑफ देयर रिसर्च, और उसमें या अगर बहुत करंट रिसर्च है या बहुत करंट टॉपिक है तो दे कैन पिक दैट. और एज रिसेंटली एज कोरोना वायरस इज गोइंग ऑन, एज वी ऑल नो. So in current circumstances, they might, ask the difference between pandemic and endemic. Pandemic and other diseases. So you can all this knowledge related to science and technology that you can gather from everyday newspapers. आप न्यूज़पेपर में कोई साइंस से रिलेटेड कोई न्यूज़ पढ़ रहे हैं, तो what you can do is you can make your own notes. अब वो न्यूज़ पढ़ते पढ़ते you come across this word pandemic. So there is a difference between pandemic and other diseases. So what is pandemic, आपको ये समझने के लिए you might will have to do your own research, you might will have to make your own notes में से then you can revise later on. So science and usually UPSC is increasingly becoming very contemporary based. Some subtopics of UPSC like science and technology and international relations, these are highly contemporary based subjects, because इसमें तो जो क्वेश्चंस आते हैं they are highly based on whatever is happening in or around the world. So you need to be very updated in terms of your current affairs. So this was it. This was the book list for prelims examination. For further for further understanding or for the book list, more extended book list for mains, we can do another session. But for prelims examination, this is a basic book list. Please stick to this. And I will reiterate it. I will keep saying this again and again, that pick any book. Pick any book that you're comfortable with. Just make sure that you keep reading that book again and again, because that will concretize your knowledge. That will concretize what you have already read. So revision is a must in UPSC. बिना रिविजन किए आप चाहे 50 बुक पढ़ लीजिए एक सब्जेक्ट की, it will not be as efficient or it will not be as fruitful as just one book and going through that again and again. अपनी नॉलेज को कॉन्क्रेटाइज करना बहुत जरूरी है. तो रिविजन करिए जितना कर सकते हैं आप. एक ही बुक को लीजिए, उसको बार बार पढ़िए. बिलीव मी, दैट विल बी मोर इम्पोर्टेंट, more beneficial for you as compared to reading more books and not getting that much. So this was about our list for prelims examination. Also I would like to tell you another thing, and that is this video will be available on YouTube. So whatever questions you have, whatever queries you have, I will be answering your questions, I'll be addressing your questions in a while. But अगर कोई क्वेश्चन रह जाता है, if I am not able to see a question, if I am not able to answer your question on this platform, then you can definitely ask your questions once this video is uploaded on YouTube. So there we'll try to answer as many questions as we can. So वहाँ पे हम लोग आंसर कर पाएंगे, because this platform is a little limited. Also, UPSC Guide, it's launching its prelims cum mains foundation course for UPSC 2021. And for that, they're conducting a scholarship test, and this scholarship test will be conducted on 28 March 2020. To attend this test, or to sign up to attend this test, or to just have a look at what questions are being asked, or just to have that understanding, just to get into this foundation course. There's this scholarship test, और ये scholarship test जो है, you need to sign up at www.upscguide.in, and our team will send you an email or an SMS for the test. So you will get the link in that email or the SMS. So for ranks from 1 to 10, they will get 100% free of cost course, and that's it. All the best for that.